All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. This is Flo and Yin. Today we'll be working a little bit more on the joints and the upper body, so the shoulders, the wrists, the neck. Um, Find yourself in a comfortable seat. Before you do that, one more thing. Make sure you have your strap and your blocks handy, and maybe even a blanket today. So we'll see how that goes, where this practice leads us. Now take a comfortable seat. Simple cross-legged, right? And hopefully by now when I say that, you know that you have the freedom to go wherever you need to go for this first portion of the class where we just center and sit, whether it's actually seated in Sukhasana or maybe coming into child's pose or laying on your back. Do what you need to do to feel at ease. And call ourselves inward. Working with receptivity today. Allowing ourselves to receive. And I think many of us in this culture of the West, it's really easy for us to give and give and give and give. Whether that's giving service or giving gifts or giving words, information, support. Really easy for us to give. But on the other side of giving is being able to receive, to be receptive to information, to words of support, to compliments, being able to receive a gift graciously, or an act of service, allowing someone the space to help you. Allowing ourselves to be receptive to the messages that we're receiving from the world around us, from the world within us. Perhaps it's a message from our bodies. Are we able to receive that message? To be attuned, in tune with what is being sent to us. Are we able to receive discerningly messages from our mind? And perhaps maybe even more important, are we receptive? Can we be still enough, quiet enough, at ease enough to receive messages from our spirit? So, mantra for today: I am open to receiving. I am open to receiving. I am attuned to the messages of the universe. I am open to receiving. I am attuned to the messages of the universe. Allow that mantra to sit in your mind, in your body, for the next 3 breaths. Wherever you are, see if you can make your way up slowly, perhaps even keeping your eyes closed, to hands and knees. I am open to receive. I am attuned to the messages of the universe. Once you're here in hands and knees, press the ribs out to the right. Feel that opening in the right side body. Ribs to the left, opening in the left side body. And just a slow rock, side to side. Bring your toes together, knees apart. Rest your hips back on your heels. Child's pose. Maybe knees even a little more narrow so that perhaps the neck has to reach a little bit further to tap the floor, forehead to the floor. And slowly rising up on an inhale to sit back on the heels. This is where you'll maybe want your block. So bringing the forearm to your blocks, right forearm to the block, 1 or 2 will be sufficient. You can place the left hand on the right forearm. Create a strong knife hand, right? A slicing hand with your right hand. And then rotating the wrists, right? Notice if the fingers want to curl, or if, like me, at this angle, my forearm wants to move up. So you're moving really slow. Really slow. You might even call it a little bit of precision. Right? So slowing down that wrist movement. More precise so that you really are isolating the wrist joint. Okay, switch directions now, and you might notice that directionally one way is easier than the other. Wow, I have a lot of tension in my wrists today. Right, and so we're just noticing, being open to receiving the messages from our body, even if they're surprising, like tension in your wrists. Okay, come off of that and just open and close the fist. Maybe rotate it around, not worried so much at this point if the forearm is moving or not. And let that kind of shake out like a chicken wing. And then switch sides. So my watch is in the way, so I'll take that off for a moment. Rotating, isolating the movement of the wrist. Got a little crunchies in there perhaps. Mine is popping for sure. And then go the other way. And then open and close the hand. And shake it out like a chicken wing. Little few more shakes there. And perhaps you received a little more information about your wrists and how they're feeling this morning. Maybe you're holding tension where you didn't even know it was possible to hold tension. So coming back to hands and knees, palms under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a breath in, lift your head, lift your tail. And then rolling the spine this morning, tuck the tailbone, the mid back, the upper back, and then the head and neck drop down as the last piece to this rolling spine. And I'm rolling the other way, but beginning with the tailbone. So tailbone tilts up, low back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head. And we'll continue with that rolling. Tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head. So keep going at your own pace, moving as if the spine were a little more segmented and wanted to wait, maybe more like domino effect, that the mid back had to wait to round until the low back tapped the mid back, like a relay race around the track, passing the baton. Tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head. And then with your body in this cow position, tuck the toes, take the toes together, drop the torso. Child's pose once again. Inhale, up to hands and knees. And then pressing down into the knees, into the left hand. Just lift the right arm up a few inches and see if you can swing the arm. Big rotation, circles, forward, 3, 2, 1, and then back, 3, 2, 1. And loop the right arm underneath the body, dropping the right shoulder and right ear, pressing the hips back. Left arm can stay bent, just hand on the floor, or maybe you're reaching the arm forward. Breathe. Open to receiving. Attune to the messages of the universe. Breathing, softening the shoulders, softening the rib cage. And bending the left elbow, press back up, hands and knees. Sit back on your heels. So you're in Vajrasana. Sitting on the heels, maybe you have a block between your feet and your hips. Maybe you have no block, right? But if you're sitting on that block, make sure that the block is between the sit bones and the heels, right? If you put the block on the ankle, you'll know it will not feel good. Right? So wherever you are, sitting on the feet. And tilt the chin down toward the chest, making sure that there's space between the chin and the chest as if there were apple placed there. And then turn the chin toward the right shoulder. Take the ear, left ear rotates back over the left shoulder. And then you're going to drop the head back as you spin the chin up toward the ceiling. And now the chin is drawing this semicircle around to the left shoulder as the right ear drops to the right shoulder. And continue to drop the head forward. And all we're doing is creating neck rolls, but a little more slowly. The head drops forward, the chin comes back to center. So you're going to do that again. Left ear toward the left shoulder. Rotating the chin up toward the ceiling, head back. All the way around, chin to the left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. And then tilting the head down, chin down. Go one more time in that direction, right? Or chin turns to the right shoulder, left ear draws back over the left shoulder. Continue to drop the head back as the chin comes up and over. Right ear to right shoulder. Head dropping forward and then chin back to center. Lift the head up. Perhaps you discovered a few things there about your neck and shoulders. Perhaps you're still receiving information from the body. Now going the other way, right ear to right shoulder. Going forward this time, drawing the chin toward the chest. Right ear, left ear toward the left shoulder. Chin up toward the center of the ceiling. Right ear to right shoulder, chin toward the left shoulder. And then head back to center. Lift the head up. That's the same direction. Right ear to the right shoulder. Dropping the head back this time. Here we go. Chin up toward the ceiling. As you drop the left ear toward the left shoulder, the chin is facing toward the right shoulder. Head comes forward, and then chin drops down. Lift the head up. Chin toward the chest, right ear to right shoulder, chin toward the left. Rolling the head back, chin lifts up. Left ear to left shoulder, chin to the right. Rotating the head back to center. Go one more time, right ear toward the right shoulder. Lifting the head up, around, over to the left shoulder. Back down to center, lift the head up. And receiving information. Receiving sensation. Come off the knees, come back to hands and knees. Lift the head, lift the tail. Exhale, round the spine, look down at your belly. Reach your left arm out to the left and then left arm underneath the body. Shoulder stretch. Reaching the right arm forward or simply keeping the elbow bent, hand on the floor. Bending the right elbow, place the hand on the floor. Press up, hands and knees. Inhale, lift your head, lift your tail. Exhale, round your spine, look down at your belly. And then on your inhale, come forward, resting all the way down on the belly. Elbows in, cactus arms. Forehead straight down onto the ground. And then pushing into the left elbow, left hand, roll over onto your left side. You'll feel a nice stretch in the front of the left pec, left side of the chest. As you exhale, roll back down onto the ground and pause. Feel the left side of your shoulder softening. Releasing. Receiving information. And then roll to your right side. Roll back to your belly. Pause here, forehead on the floor. Receiving. Receptive. Attuned to the messages around us and within us. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Walk the knees back and forth. Pressing down into the inner heel points as you press the floor away. As you exhale, lower the knees down to the mat. And to stand on your knees, take your right leg out to the right, standing on the left knee. Reach the left hand down to the floor or to a block. Inhale the right arm up and over. Exhale, switch directions. So right arm will go down the right leg, left arm up and over. Inhale, switch sides. Exhale, float the other way. You can close your eyes and just trust the direction of the body, the movement. Trust the breath. 3 more. Hold with the left hand down on the floor or a block, opening the chest toward the ceiling. 3 breaths here. Lifting up, come to stand on your knees. Place the block on the right side of your body. Reach the left leg out to the left. Inhale, your arms up. Right hand down to the floor or to a block. Left arm overhead. Inhale, up, opposite side. Left hand on the left leg. Right arm up. Switch sides. Three more. Hold with the right hand down, left arm up. And then on an inhale, lengthen up. And sit back on your heels one more time. And sitting on your heels or taking the feet apart, sitting down into Virasana. So I'm going to come into Virasana with the blocks behind me as I lay down, creating a little more opening in the front of the chest. As I rest over the blocks. So make sure you feel fully supported here. There may be a little tension that you are releasing, but no pain. We want to be aware of pain, but not receptive to receiving pain. So if you are any nerve pain, tingling sensations, shooting nerve pain, come out of the pose. Choose a softer version of the pose if you can, or come into child's pose. And so we have about 7 more breaths here. Start to lengthen your torso upright. Releasing the legs forward, out in front of you. And stretch the legs straight. Feet hip distance apart. Move the sit bones back. Maybe you even sit up on a blanket. Lengthen your torso up and then start to take the torso forward in a seated forward fold. Five more breaths. And start to lengthen your torso upright. Down onto your backs. Bending the knees, feet on the floor. One block or two, lift the hips up into a supported bridge pose. Feel the hips get heavy, but not the low back. So if you remember that domino effect, we don't want the belly to drop, the mid back to droop down. So keep that lifted belly toned. Supported bridge. Maybe even tuck the shoulder blades beneath you just a little bit more so that you have more space for the shoulders to open. Open to receiving the breath. Open to receiving the release. And so if we talk about the sensations of giving and receiving, yin is more of a receiving discipline. Right? Feminine quality. And giving is more yang, masculine. Receive the breath into the heart space, into the body. And draw your right knee in towards your chest. Just hold it there with the muscles. Noticing if at some point you feel as if the belly wants to drop down, Just keep holding the right knee in without using the arms, just the muscles. Just the muscles of the leg. Release the right foot slowly down to the ground. And switch sides. Pull the left knee in. Just as far as you can without letting the belly drop. And pull both knees in now. Extend the legs up toward the sky. Releasing the feet to the earth. Hips from the block. The knees bent, slowly drop the knees over to the left. And then knees over to the right. And coming up through center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Knees drop out to the sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. Open to receiving. Attuned to the messages of the universe. Stay here. If you'd like, extend one leg and then the other. Full rest. Shavasana. I awoke this morning in the gold light, turning this way and that, thinking for a moment it was one day like any other. The veil had gone from my darkened heart, and I thought it must have been the quiet candlelight that filled my room. It must have been the first easy rhythm with which I breathed myself to sleep. It must have been the prayer I said, speaking to the otherness of the night. And I thought, this is the good day you could meet your love. This is the black day someone close to you could die. This is the day you realize how easily the thread is broken between this world and the next. And I found myself sitting up in the quiet pathway of light, the tawny, close-grained cedar burning round me like fire, and all the angels of this housely heaven ascending through the first roof of light the sun has made. This is the bright home in which I live. This is where I ask my friends to come. This is where I want to love all the things it has taken me so long to learn to love. This is the temple of my adult aloneness, and I belong to that aloneness as I belong to my life. There is no house like the house of belonging. I am open to receiving. I am attuned to the messages of the universe. Begin to move your body, shifting gently side to side, rolling to a fetal position as you are ready. And finding the floor with your hands. And slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Reach your arms above your head. Join your palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart. Bow your head in gratitude for all that has appeared before you, for all that is to come. May you be open to receiving, receptive, attuned. Lift our gaze and our voices in the vibration of one Om. Take a breath in. Om. Thumbs to your forehead, honoring the radiant light within yourself and each other. Namaste.